Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Darth Slone. Some of you know me from other games, fishing and hunting games. And today we're out here on Fishing Planet. A lot of people are coming over to Fishing Planet with the end of the development on the Angler. So I figured it would be a good idea and a great time to introduce a beginner guide for Fishing Planet. So it is an alternative to the Angler. It is a little bit of a learning curve. It's more intensive. There are more baits, more lures, more rods, more equipment, and a little different. It's not as open world as the Angler, but I kind of like that because it's easier, I think, to find spots, hot spots for certain fish. So I'm going to walk you through everything, how to cast, all that stuff, how to set up rods, all that. So you want to stick around and watch this whole video, and hopefully by the end of it, you will at least have a handle on how to play the game, which is the point of this video. So a little bit about Fishing Planet. It is free to play, absolutely free. You can get out here and do what I am doing today without spending a dime. The only time that you really need to spend money, and that's totally up to you, is if you want to quicken things up. Like if you're in a hurry to get to a certain point, certain level, because the maps on this game are unlocked with your level. So like, for example, Japan, the newest map, although Maldives is on the horizon, getting ready to be released, and we don't know what level that's going to be to unlock that. So I do want to mention right off the bat, because a lot of people are confused on how it works. Like the Japan DLC, for example, a lot of people bought it that didn't know much about Fishing Planet, and then they didn't play for a while, and their license expired on Japan, and they weren't level 83, so they were like, well, I'm locked out of Japan. Why? I bought that DLC. That's a huge difference. You are not buying the map when you buy a DLC on this game. You are buying the license that usually gives you 30 days or 60 days. Pay attention to that when you buy that DLC. At the end of that time, if you are not the required level to unlock that map, then it locks back. The good thing about Japan, though, if you play it regularly every day, you are going to level like crazy. So, but if you don't care and you want the whole experience and you don't want to buy DLCs and spend real life money, then you can just come out here and fish and enjoy it and unlock each map as you want to and just take your time with it. That is totally up to you. It can be completely free to play, and you unlock things gradually as you go. So that's a little bit about the game. I started a brand new account. Haven't even wet my line yet. Sith Lord Slone there. So I'm just going to come over here. We're going to start from scratch because it shows all this stuff. So I said, I can't do this on my normal account. I've already done it. We are on Lone Star Lake today. And this is the lake that you start on. And this is the rod that you have. Do not leave the map. Do not leave the map until you are ready to leave the map. And if you're in the globe and ready to fast travel, just know that when you travel into a spot, it costs money. You see right now, we've got $3,000. We don't have a lot of money. It can cost that to travel to a place. So one of the biggest mistakes, a lot of people would call it the Lone Star grind of shame. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they don't have the rod, they don't have the bait, they don't have the reel when they fast travel to a new lake or a new fishing location. And then they have to go back to the globe to pull it into their inventory. And that costs money. So make sure before you travel or before you leave that you have done everything you need to do. And because the traveling costs money, that's the biggest mistake that people make in this game. I wanted to highlight that. That's the difference between the Angler, for example. If that's where you're coming, you can just go free to go as you please. On this game, it costs in-game currency to travel. It's more lifelike. You know, you're going on a trip, it costs money, right? You're going on a fishing trip. So watch your money. Don't leave. Don't fast travel until you are absolutely ready to. And we're going to get into the rod setups and baits and lures and stuff a little bit later in the video, so hang around. So XP and cash and level progression. We're level 1. This is probably all we've got unlocked right now. So we're going to have to catch some fish and get XP that way. We're going to do some missions. We'll look at that here in a minute. And we're going to get as much XP as we can from that. There's daily login bonuses as well. You can spin the wheel and get some free cash or free premium. So premium, guys, is something that you can win on the wheel, and it gives you like 50% extra XP, or you can pay in-game, or you can pay money 99 cents for a day of premium or $10 for a month of premium. And sometimes they'll have specials on that stuff. So it just gives you 50% extra XP, helps you level quicker. That's where the money comes in. Real life money is leveling quicker. So you don't have to do that. If you're a patient person, just enjoy the game. Now, right here's the currency thing. These bait coins up here are special. Do not waste them. I am level 83 or 84 right now, and I've hardly ever spent any of that. I have like 1,500 bait coins. I save them up for things that are important. Like this gear starting out here is not really that important. You don't want to be wasting your bait coins on early level stuff. So save those bait coins, guys. All right, guys. So that's just kind of an understanding of how Fishing Planet works just a little bit. Let's get into the actual casting and stuff. Use W and Shift to move to the yellow pointer by the shoreline. Okay. Let's do this. Shift makes you run faster. Okay. So we're here. Make your first cast. Aim at the ring. There we go. And I just used my mouse and left click. Wait for a fish to bite. We're using number 8 hook and bread. I'll show you how to change all that stuff out here in a minute. Now we're getting a bite. We're going to wait for that bobber to go under. I right clicked to set the hook, then left click to reel it in. So new personal record, bluegill, good catch. We're going to keep it. Adjust the reel drag to 3 divisions to optimize the load on the tackle. Now you see it glowing down in the bottom there. So depending on what you're playing on, plus or minus here for me. So there we go. And now I'm going to adjust it back. There we go. Try to catch another fish, press the left click button to make a cast. There we go. And you see over here, first steps, the mission. And we're going to talk about missions here in a minute. You might as well do those missions to get some bonus XP, especially at first. There's a golden shiner. Keep it. Now let's catch a bigger fish. Press escape to go to the local map and change the fishing spot. All right. So we're going to go over here. It's showing me where to go, right? Turn around and find a compost pile to get worms. See, this is free bait, guys. And you see here, it's highlighting that right there. Press E for interaction. We got ourselves some red worms. Item is placed in your backpack. Now, that's another thing that's pretty important. We're going to go over here to look at. Backpack versus home storage. A lot of people get that mixed up. And you can't access what's in your home storage. Eventually, you will fill your backpack up and have to put stuff in your home storage. The only way to access that is to go to the globe, and you better make sure you're ready when you leave the map. Make sure you've got everything on you. Make sure you've done what you need to do because, again, traveling is expensive. Hold Z and move to select red worms. So we're going to hold Z. You see right there. Another way that you can do it is you can come over here, inventory. Right there, we see backpack, all this stuff. You're going to start getting more stuff in all this. You know, there's your rods, there's your line. We don't have any right now, so there's not a lot to choose from. We'll start getting lures and we'll start getting spoons and all this stuff. And but right now we have what we have. So this is kind of lists everything, but to find stuff quicker, you click on the icon. You'll get into that stuff later. It really teaches you in stages. So here's the red worms. We can just drag that over. That's another way to equip. If you don't want to do the whole Z thing. All right, let's continue fishing. See that little gold icon over there? We're going to go over here. W and Shift. Turn left and cast your tackle near the water lilies. See there, the button to hit. Well, it's going to walk you through all that. The tutorial's kind of, you know, the float is on its side because the bait hit the bottom. Reel the bait in. So we're going to hold shift. That reels it in quicker. Decrease the line leader to 19 inches. Look here. We do this. Go to inventory. Right here's your line leader. We're going to put it on 19 inches right there. Boom. Take a cast toward the marked spot. There we go. Now we're going to catch a bigger fish. Zoom in on the float by Z for zoom. tackles in the water. There. Yeah. Get your little zoom zoom. The fish is tasting the bait. Get ready to strike as soon as it sinks. I kind of messed up a little bit. Got a little angle. So there we go. Evidently, it doesn't let you mess up. Keep your catch. Trophy white crappie. Look there. 29 XP. That's a lot at this level, you know. We are level 2. Now, that's another thing. Each level, you start getting more and more stuff. Look at all this. More and more and more stuff. Look at all that. So much stuff. It can become overwhelming. There's 1,500 bucks. We got a bait coin. So you get these little rewards. Get profit for fish from your keep net. Okay, right now we got a little small keep net, holds 4.4 pounds. So that is as you can go and you buy stuff from the shop. Another little tip, when you go to the shop, guys, it's more expensive if you go to the shop from the map, okay? Terminal tackle, you see right here, you can buy hooks and things like that. Tools and equipment, you see the keep net. Look at this. I just want to show you. Right now we have unlocked this keep net. Total fish weight goes up to 8 pounds. Right now, we are at 4.4 pounds. You can see that little icon. It's in our backpack. And keep getting bigger and bigger keep nets. That lets you stay on the map longer, catch more fish before it's filled up. Okay, that's very important. Keep buying bigger and bigger keep nets. That's one of the things. But do it with money, you know. Spend your money, not bait coins. Just do it with money. Now, it says go to the map. Don't waste your time. Leave the lake to claim your reward. Okay. So we need to do that anyway. Oh, you got something. We got $4,500. Sure you want to leave? Yes. I like that it gives you that option to make sure. See, premium here, we would have 151 bucks. We would have 58 XP instead of 39 XP. Now, at first, I would say just do some float fishing. Spinning lures and spinning setups and stuff gets a little bit more complicated. You will learn to do that in time, but for now, let's focus on float fishing. Now, here's the reel of fortune. We're just going to spin that every day you log in. You get it. See, there's 580 bucks. If we had premium, say you have no premium account. If we had premium, we get 2 spins, but we don't. So look at the mission here. Lone Star Exploration. You see there. Exploring. So we've got tasks here. Travel to Lone Star Lake, catch white crappie, catch red ear sunfish. Do these missions. We can track it, and it's going to be telling us step by step when we catch these things. You'll see the task. You'll see it over here on the left when we're fishing. So when you're on the globe, you're just going to spin it around until you find, you know, there's Lone Star Lake. There's Mudwater River we get at level 4. Now, we're level 2 right now. So we don't unlock that until we hit level 4. See all these lock icons? You can see the lake, you know, all the locations on the map. You just can't go to them until you get that level. What DLC does is it gives you a license and unlocks it for you for 30 days or a week or whatever time. But that's real time. So if you buy a DLC and it lasts a week and then you're going to be busy, you're going to come back. It's going to be locked again if you're not that level in that week time or whatever. So understand that. So here we have Lone Star Lake. We've got it selected. Travel cost is 0. License basic unlimited. Night catch forbidden. So we have to fish during the day or we don't get to keep the fish here in the basic. But that's unlimited. So you can go back and do that. And you have to release your bluegill trophy, your red ear sunfish trophy, and your spotted bass commons. Now, if you buy this, the advanced license, you can do unlimited for 7 bait coins. A lot of people say when you're starting out like that to buy that because it's worth it because there's no restrictions and you can keep everything. It's just 7 bait coins. We have 4 right now just from doing what we're doing. So that's up to you. I would probably recommend doing that. But for now, we're just going to keep it on that and just keep fishing during the day. But here's what I want to show you. Your setups and how it works. No matter what level you are, guys, you want to match your rod to your reel and your line. Okay? Your gear will break and wear out over time. This stuff You come back and you can see right here, here's durability 100%. You can come back here. You can sell your stuff over time. You can hit that little thing right there. Sometimes you'll see like a little icon to repair if it's in bad shape. I think maybe when it gets down below 60%, you'll have the option to repair your stuff so that it doesn't break, and then you have to buy it, which costs a lot of money. So that's something that you want to do. But let's look at this. Line weight is what you want to look at. And you see here, when I mouse over this rod, the Telefloat 14.9, this is the starter rod, 2 to 4 pounds line weight. So we don't want to go trying to stick an 8-pound line on there. This test is 2 pounds. I can stick 4-pound line on it though and be fine. The max drag on this reel, if you look, is 2.75 pounds. So if we stick 4-pound line on that, it might say that it's too big and it might mess your line up a little bit. There will be a little message that pops up here when you equip your gear and stuff. Tackle weight is optimal or too big, too light. Just try your best to match the rod, the reel, and the line as best you can. And don't overpower for your fish, okay? If you're looking at a fish, and here's how you do that. Fish species. If you have Lone Star Lake selected, it shows right here. We caught a common bluegill. See there? It puts a little check mark. I love that. You go down here and you see the fish that you can catch on the map. We caught a trophy white crappie, right, from the mission. But spotted bass, they say, is the best way to get XP on this map. They bite good. They give good XP. So you click on it and you can see the preferred baits. Small minnows, shiners, natural eggs. You can also buy these lures. Okay, so small minnows, shiners, natural eggs. Let's look at the shop. Now, just because it's not on the list, spotted bass will still bite, but they're going to bite better on the best baits. So shiners, we are not level 5 yet. So we're just going to have to use our red worm and our bread and catch what we can. When we get to level 5, see, everything's a progression system on this, guys. That's kind of what I love about it. It gives you something to keep striving for to get the next level, so I can get this and get that. Get to level 5. That's a goal for me. Or get to level 4. I'll have 3 maps opened up at that point. But just pay attention to that travel cost. See, Lone Star Lake, we're not having any travel cost right now. All right, guys, another thing that you want to realize here is the peak times. Now, you see these highlighted areas. You see this bar. At the top, the fish are biting the best. Okay? So if I were selecting my time, I would probably put it right there as it's getting ready to go up and hit that peak, and that would give me the most amount of time in the peak. That's when you want to be fishing. You don't want to be fishing here in this dip. So I'm going to show you how to see that. We're going to travel back in. Oh, before we do, all this stuff's in my backpack. This is in my home. It's a 6-pound test. Now, I don't have anything I can put it on right now, but if I needed that, I can do this. I drag it over into my backpack. Your backpack is full. Oh no. As I level, I can expand my backpack. I can also, if I click on this guy here, I can equip stuff. There's my keep net. I can buy, eventually, I can buy boats. I can buy tackle slots. I can buy stuff I can buy vests that will allow me to hold more tackle and stuff. Now, all this stuff expands my backpack. I can rod holders. I can put more stuff in here. All right, so my travel cost is 0 right now. I can just go right on in. All right, so we are here. And also, if we don't want to be bothered, we can do this. Current random room, new private room. Nobody's going to be here now. Just me, right? Eventually, you can get into club rooms and stuff like that. I think you got to be level 4 or 5 or something to join the club. So we see our mission. We're tracking over there. We know what we need to catch, right? Here is how we adjust the time. It's not free, but I will tell you this. You can skip to nighttime and it's free and there's no cooldown. So if I want to, I can go there, but right now I don't have the nighttime license. So, but if I want to skip to 11, look here. I'm now at 11. There is no cooldown period you see here from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. So maybe let's see here. Your stay on the pond has expired. If you wish to extend your stay, yes, when you go over to the next day, but it's going to cost you money. Like on Japan, it costs like 3,000 bucks to extend my stay. But since we're on the starter lake, a lot of those things, that's what it is. We're on this starter lake. So a lot of those things, it knows that everybody's broke. So the starter lake, a lot of these things are free. When we go to other lakes and you want to advance the time, you get to do it once and then there's a cooldown. Another thing I would like to mention, guys, you saw on mine that I had 3 bars. That is the line, the reel, and the rod. And that's what you want to look at so that you know when one is about to break on you. At 5%, I don't like to let any of my gear go below 5% because at that point you can't really sell it and get anything out of it. So somewhere between 5 and 10% is where I feel comfortable repairing a rod or a line or a reel. So I wanted to show that. You're probably going to start off right here on simple. That's your default setting. I forgot to show you this, guys. So what you want to do is set it to pro and then hit apply. And here's what you have. You have those 3 bars over here. We're going to start catching some of these fish, throwing our line out there, change them to bread, changing to red worm. We're going to move around to some of these spots, try to catch some of these different fish and knock those missions out. And just keep checking your missions, guys. As you level, you'll get more and more missions. It may even want to send you to another lake. I suggest staying on Lone Star for a little bit. And I wouldn't upgrade my gear too early, guys. The fish don't get too big on Lone Star here. So I'll just sit here and start earning, you know, targeting those spotted bass, really. Let's look at the spotted bass here real quick. So you go down here. We've got shiners, small minnows, natural eggs. When you can buy some shiners, do that. I kind of went to Japan pretty early and power leveled. So that's an option for you, but that costs money. That's up to you. So, guys, if I've helped you at all in any of my videos, please do me a favor. Hit that free subscribe button. Like this video. Comment on it. Let me know what video would you like to see next on Fishing Planet, guys. I'm out here. Don't have but about 20 or so videos on Fishing Planet as I came over from the angler. But, guys, I'm loving this game. There's a lot to explore. Don't get overwhelmed with all the gear, you know. You can keep it simple. And as you go, you will learn what works best for you and all that. But here's how to start out, guys. Follow this guide. It will help you a lot. And you'll keep learning in little bitty chunks. Guys, my name's Darth Slone. We'll catch you in the next one.